Hello, good afternoon, my wonderful friends. How you all doing? I certainly hope that you are doing well, taking it one step at a time. Yeah, one step at a time. And everything is gonna fall right in its place before we know it, okay? Things are not gonna be perfect just because we are, worried about it. Sometimes things takes its natural course to fall in place. Stop worrying, okay? Anxiety and worries doesn't solve any problems. So I just want to thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for your audience and for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I don't take it for granted. Thank you. I keep saying it, you guys are my oxygen, my engine, and my energy. You keep me going. If you haven't subscribed, could you please kindly consider subscribing and pushing the red button and the black notification bell. I really will appreciate it. And so on this video, I'm going to continue talking about my Lost Descendants series. And as I keep re-emphasizing and I keep reiterating what I meant by the Lost Descendants, I'm referring to the children of African immigrants in the West. I mean, let me put it this way, the first generation of African immigrants in the West. That's what I meant by Lost Descendants. And the word lost, it means that, these children have little or no connection with the root, with their heritage and with their families in Africa. As a matter of fact, we, the parents, are the link between these descendants born in diaspora and the home country. And we are not doing what we are supposed to be doing to make sure that we reunite our children with the families at home and also with this country and the culture and the traditions, to know exactly what their root is. Because, everyone is supposed to understand who they are. If you don't understand your root, your ancestry, your culture, your tradition, you are hanging on the balance. You have no depth. You have no foundation. So it's important and it's critical that we, the parents in diaspora, help our children, navigate this. Because if we don't do it, no one is going to do it for us. If we don't take our children born in diaspora back to the native country and to create a relationship between them and the families at home. If anything happens to us in diaspora, if we die in diaspora, these children, it will be completely and forever lost. Your families at home in Africa lost connection permanently with them. So this is what this series is all about. So in this particular video, I'm going to explore the Lost Descendants in relation with the criminal justice systems and prisons in America. Yes, Nigerians are known for their education and their professional achievements. Okay, Nigerians are basically the most educated ethnicity in America. So that's fact. Hate them, love them, it is what it is. They are doing so well in different professional disciplines. We also have the incidents of our children that has fallen out of the track. Those that has gotten in trouble with the law, with the legal system, and are in prisons. This is not by any way what any African parent prepared for. No one came over here to raise a child. Of course, no parents is totally the same. When a child that you gave birth to suffered to raise and eventually end up in the prison. My God, my heart goes out to any parent whose child is serving a prison sentence. It's the hardest thing in the world. I cannot imagine it myself. God, sometimes I cry for these parents. I do. Because I'm not sure if I am going to survive it. So it's a difficult thing. I don't know how they survive this. So, and I'm going to discuss 2 cases of children of Nigerian immigrants that ended up in prison serving basically a life sentence. There's a whole lot of them out there, but I just don't know about those cases. But I'm going to discuss the cases that I'm familiar with. One happened in this New Jersey, not too far away, actually in my county in New Jersey. An only child of his mother. I don't know what happened between him and his girlfriend, and he suffocated her. Then his mother, who was a nurse, came back from work and discovered his girlfriend unresponsive. So she called 911. By the time they came, she was already dead, and the son was nowhere to be found. It is called Krista Capel case. The name of the guy disappeared. He was nowhere to be found. So the police in New Jersey staged a manhunt for almost a week. It happened that he took some money from his account, and cut the long story short, he was found in one of the hotels in in Newark, New Jersey, that he was found, and then got arrested. At the end of the trial, but he was convicted 30 years in prison, and with a condition that he can only be eligible for parole after he served 30 years. And if he's not granted parole after 30 years, that he's going to serve the rest of his life in prison. This is the only child of his mother. My God. This case is so extremely painful. It's heartbreaking. And what is his mother going to do? How is this woman going to survive this? He's going to be put away the rest of his life because of a very stupid, senseless decision that he made. My heart goes out to the parent of the disease. I am glad that they get justice. It's unbelievable. It's mind-blowing. How is this woman going to live the rest of her life? Her only child, a 25-year-old, tossed in the prison. 30 years, so he's going to be eligible for parole when he turns 55. And that is if they grant him parole. If they don't, then he will spend the rest of his life in prison. This is so painful. I feel the pain in my heart. I put myself in his mother's situation. She broke down on the courtroom, broke down, screaming, crying, begging the judge and asking for forgiveness from the family and all of that. And my heart bleeds for that sister. Then there's another case in Long Island. This case is an 18-year-old, a child of a Nigerian immigrant. His mother is a doctor, medical doctor. But this 18-year-old murdered his younger brother that was 15 years at the time. then assaulted his mother, almost broke her skull to the point that his mother was airlifted to the nearest hospital and she was in coma for weeks and months. I think she made it out. She survived it. And who discovered this was his father. Before this, his father was hospitalized for stroke. So then he got discharged from the hospital and then coming back home to see his younger son unresponsive on the floor and his wife bleeding because, he had a traumatic injury to her skull, and then he called 911. Again, the verdict of that case, that 18-year-old was sentenced to 40 years in prison. So now, the parents lost the both children. The younger one was killed by the oldest. The oldest one, the murderer, was sent to 40 years in prison. So, absolutely no children. This is horrifying, isn't it? Can you imagine one of your children killing the other one? Hurting his mother, then end up 40 years in prison. This is painful. This is heartbreaking. This country, the Western countries, can either make you or break you. It's not everyone that is, mentally strong or psychologically strong to withstand the pressure of this system. Whether children, young adults, or adults, everyone. Not a lot of people are equipped to survive this system. This place can drive people crazy. This place can drive people nuts. Even people that were born in this system isn't surviving it. That is why there is a high level of drug and alcohol addiction in this country. Western country is simply not a natural habitat for human beings. You can endure it for a little while, but it's gonna get to you. People lose their minds because of the stressors that is coming from this system. And people can lose their mind and snap and do something very stupid that is going to land them in prison the rest of their lives. Some people grab their thing and go to public spaces to kill people and killing themselves. This is, for the most part, what this nation and these Western countries can drag people into doing. Why aren't these parents, when they notice that these kids who are now, get into this trouble and have to spend the rest of their lives in prison, when they are showing sign of distress or whatever that is bothering them? Because I know the one that, that happened in New Jersey, I know a friend of his mother that told me that, when this kid was, was troubled in school and acting out, that she advised his mother to take him back to Nigeria for some time. Believe me, when they're taken back to Nigeria, they love it because they're going to make friends. They are free. They have family members showing them love. They relax. They are calm. I noticed some of them who were taken back to Nigeria doesn't even want to come back again. Because the fact of the matter is that this system is the source of stress for them. But for the most part, most of these parents are even afraid of their home country, the country that you are coming out from, the country you were born, educated, and most of the time even graduated college. You have irrational fear of your own country. So you continue to maintain these issues until it goes out of control. Everything is irretrievably broken. And probably that distressed child end up in a place that is not supposed to be. Bottom line is, not everybody is equipped to survive these systems. Not everyone is psychologically and mentally strong to survive the pressure, the stress of this system. And people like that can snap and do something unthinkable. And we, the African parents, if you are watching your children falling apart mentally, you can see it coming. They are your children. The only thing that we work to make money, work from morning till night, and sometimes away from home days, you haven't seen your children, so you don't know how they are doing, or their their psychological and emotional well-being, or their mindset. You don't know anything. So if we are paying attention, when these children are becoming very stressed out in this system, we have to do what we have to do, because African nations are perfectly fine. It is in your head. It's your imagination, in your own colonial mentality, that you think that, Nigeria or other African nations are not good enough for your children to go back to. But they are good enough for all the white people, entrepreneurs, and people from all over the world to be coming to African nations to explore opportunities and to explore business opportunities, and us Western countries coming over there to try to get a trade deal from African nations. It's all perfect for them to be in Africa, but somehow the African nation you were born is not good enough for your children. I believe, like, if these parents would have, sensed this on time and taken their children to Africa, it would have been a different outcome. They probably will not be serving 30 years and 40 years in prison. Because these kids, something is wrong with them. I don't care how many times you take them to counseling. Counseling is not going to do anything for anyone as long as you didn't remove yourself from the source of that stress. Nothing changes. This is very sad, very, very sad, that parents are not able to catch these things on time, to remove those children from this system, to take them back to Nigeria to rehabilitate naturally, until things get out of control. Thank you for stopping by. Please, if you haven't subscribed, could you please push that red subscribe button and the black notification bell? I will appreciate it. We'll continue to talk about things that make sense in this video. Thank you. Appreciate it. You have a blessed day. Bye. Peace.